Hey y'all,
Welcome back to the cabin.
and today's video is about
It's about a fall walk around and preparing the homestead for winter. So what you're looking at here is our row garden. I don't think we've showed it in previous videos, but this is October, and you can see what we've done, and you'll see the footage, is we're putting it to bed, so to speak, for the winter time. And we may hit it, another time or two through the winter.
We'll hit it at least one more time, and then we'll hit it when we get ready to plant.
Right. And where you're looking at now, on the right side of the garden from this end, we're going to be planting corn on the right side, and peas and beans and such as that will go over here on the left side. And the reason that our corn is going to go on the right side is because of this huge, beautiful black walnut tree. But black walnuts and gardens do not mix, because there are a lot of plants that will not grow in the vicinity of a black walnut tree. Now, we have had some good luck in the past with this row garden, but the last time we planted, it was terrible. We just did not have luck at all. And we've amended it and limed it and give it a year off because we were out of town working. So we're going to start back up this spring, and corn, like I said, is not affected by the black walnut, so it's going to go on the side closest to the black walnut.
Probably about a third of the garden will be corn.
Yeah, you think about a third, okay? And then peas and beans, and it's our two favorites that we love to plant is purple hull peas and zipper peas. And there'll be some others sprinkled in there as well. So, all right, so that's kind of the row garden. And you see the walnuts on the ground, and you see a wagon full of walnuts, black walnuts. They're beautiful. It's a beautiful tree, and they're delicious, but they are labor intensive to harvest to get the nut meat out of the shells. I might even do a video showing you how we do that. As a matter of fact, I have a nutcracker just for black walnuts. So, all right, so we're going to do a walk around and show you a few more things.
Let's go look at the raised bed. See what kind of mess we got over.
See what we got going on over there. So we've got this little temporary fence up right now until we can do something a little more permanent. But right here, this raised bed is just kind of volunteer. Everything that come up in here this late summer, you can see some passion fruit vines. And also, this is where I had potatoes. And undoubtedly, a few potatoes got left behind. And so they came up volunteer. But we'll be cleaning this one out pretty soon. And I'm going to get my collards planted in the next day or two in this one. And if you look over there, you'll see that's comfrey. Well, now, you know, in the past, some of my past videos, the comfrey was beautiful. It was just huge and very green and vibrant. But what happened was we got a little bit of root rot in there, mostly on this end. So I dug that comfrey out, and it was starting on these others, and they look pretty bad right now because I think a deer got to them. The cow got out one day, and she started on it.
Yeah.
She got her a nice feast on there. But then a few days later, we noticed there was more missing. And so I think there was some evidence of deer, so I think the deer came and had them a snack. Is that like right there, or is that subscribe?
That's like.
That's like. Subscribe is around here somewhere, so we'll find him in a little bit. But this bed right here, we've got rutabagas. We just seeded it for rutabagas. Now, y'all remember, we live in central Mississippi, so our zone is, if you're north of us, it may be a little bit too late for you to do that, but we're still good. This is about the time that we would plant collards and rutabagas and such as that. And here's our turnips that are coming up. We just broadcast them in here. And you can see they're coming up, and I'm looking so forward to that.
You don't reckon we'll get a mess tonight?
I don't think so. I don't think they're not quite ready. It won't be long though. I want to show you my butternut. Now I planted this butternut as a fall crop. I think I planted it late August. And this is one tripod. I actually just had them in this little raised bed here. This is a small raised bed. And this is all of our barnyard compost that we had composted and put in the raised beds. And the butternut just went wild. I finally put these tripods in here so that they would have a place to go, because this is 4 plants. And they just went wild. I mean, they love compost. Oh, wait, we have visitors. That is like and subscribe. And there is the notification bell. That's Thelma Lou. There's a hint in that, okay? Yes, these are my bourbon reds, and they are just, to be honest with you, they are so tame and so sweet that they're pests. You can't get away from them.
And absolutely worthless.
And worthless, except they put life on the place, right? They just compost
the porch from time.
Yeah, sometimes Boo runs them off the porch, but they're a lot of fun to have. But they can be a little bit of a nuisance from time to time. So look how big this one is. Some of those from this side. There's one starting to turn right there. We'll get these harvested and put away. And butternut stores very well. Now this is our compost. Look at that. That is just... It's got a little fresh manure in it still. That'll break down. That'll be broke down before you know it. So here is the sweet potatoes. Now, this is from some slips that I started from some organic sweet potatoes, and I got them in a little bit late. Just so much going on around here, I just didn't get them in. Now, this is 2 raised beds. This is a raised bed.
This is the walkway.
Yes, this is the walkway between the raised bed. And then the other raised bed is here. And I mean, they just took over. If it wasn't for the fence, that walkway would be taken over. But they should be ready. We're figuring this is the 3rd of October, and I got them in late. And sweet potatoes need about 120 days. So we're looking at about another 20 days, I think. So, and I think the weather's going to hold out fine for us here in this part of the state. And Lord willing, we'll have a good sweet potato harvest. If it's anything like what's on top. And this is all barnyard compost. Now, when I say barnyard compost, a majority of it was cow manure. The horse manure just does not... It's the weed and the grass seeds and the horse manure just makes it not worth it to us. We planted these peas. These were organic seeds that I bought, and also there's a volunteer cucumber coming up over there, and I just left it. But I think what happened was I planted them a little bit too early because it was stifling hot. Even though the chart said that we could plant them then, I think the heat just was too much for them. So they're just now really taking off. So we may get a few messes off of them to eat, but I don't see that we're going to get any.
2 beds of them.
Yeah, and the other one is even worse. These 2 cabbages are all that we had left of cabbage that we planted. We bought these from a feed store, but it was too hot. I tried to keep them covered and keep the sun off of them, but we planted a couple other beds of them and we lost them, and that was just me trying to hurry up and get them in the ground, and it was so stifling hot here, they just didn't make it. So there you go.
It looks good though.
Yeah, the comfrey's really thriving, and these beds are a little bit on the dry side. That's our asparagus, and you can see there's a few seeds on this, but I did pick quite a few seeds off for the berries, and I've already started drying some of them, the little black seeds, to start me some more. And I'm going really close here because I'm right up against the fence, and you don't want to hear me squall. There's one coming up, a new little asparagus spear. And I've got these little pieces of cedar limbs on there to hold it up because it's so tall. It needed support to help it. Well, we kind of give you an insight into kind of what was going on around here now, getting our fall preparations done and kind of getting ready to get settled in for winter time. A couple of the other things that we have to do, we don't have timber because, of course, we only have 2 acres. So we have to buy our firewood. So we're starting to purchase a supply of firewood to get ready for winter. And also, this coming week, we're going to be going and buying our round bales of hay. And we'll
I need
also
to get some square bales.
Yes, yeah, we also will be buying some square bales, and we'll put them up in the loft. It's been a good hay season this year. The weather's been dry enough that there should be plenty of hay, and it should be good quality hay, so we'll be able to get that put up in the barn as well. So,
Well, we got the garden all disc up, the main garden, got it disc up and ready, but tell me why are we disking it up if we're just putting it to bed?
well, one thing that we like to do is we want to go ahead and get the grass that kind of took over in there. We want to get it cut up and broke down and cut up and cut into the ground so it can break down over winter and actually build the soil. But another thing that we're doing is we're exposing the worms and the bugs to the elements and start killing them off. And we'll also do that again probably.
Yeah, we'll have some freezing weather in January.
Right.
And
January and February.
Yeah, we'll do it then. We'll hit it and disc it up just like it is now to do that,
Right.
to expose everything
Right. To the elements.
Yeah.
If we get a good freezing day or an overnight freeze, and usually January and February we do get that, we'll go out and disc it up again. And what that's going to do is re-expose any of those bugs and everything, the bad ones and stuff that we want to kind of lessen the bug pressure in the spring and summer by letting nature, the cold weather, kill off as much as we can.
Sometimes we'll go out there and put ryegrass out. Put ryegrass on it for a cover crop, but I'm not going to do that this year because that, like I said, exposing everything will do it more good. And we're going to put our own amendments to it, you know.
Right. Now, ryegrass is a great cover crop because you can, and we do that.
And we've done that before.
Yeah,
We've done that,
We'll take it and plant ryegrass, and then we'll let it grow a certain length of time. And then while it's still young and tender, we'll disc it in, and it's kind of like a compost. It's very rich, and it'll break down in the soil over the wintertime and help to build the soil. And we've done that several times.
We've done that, and then even let the animals go out there. But I don't want to do it this time because, number one, I don't want a horse out there.
We don't want horses out there. No horse manure.
You know, any horse manure at all in the garden. And we're going to put some stuff in there to try to bring it along.
Right. And for those of you that don't know, and I'll link to the video up here on cow manure versus horse manure, the reason that we discourage horse manure is because the horse manure is loaded with weed and grass seeds, and we don't want a crop of weed and grass.
Well, we don't put anything on the garden to help with the weeds. The only help with the weeds
we don't do
is your hands. We got to pull them out. So we don't want to do anything to encourage that.
Right, right. No herbicides or anything like that. So just to keep it as clean and natural as possible. So we don't want to add any more grass and weed seeds than what we're already having to battle
We
down.
learned that the hard way.
We did. We learned that the hard way. There's another video on that too. It got away from us in the in the raised beds when we wasn't here. So yeah. So that's just a little bit of we did a little walk around, and I hope you enjoyed it. We had some successes and some failures this fall, but I'm looking forward already to spring, taking time to get everything prepared for spring coming around.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So,
are the rutabagas ready? I'm ready for a rutabaga.
No, they're not even up yet. So that's another thing. We have to keep them wet because they're broadcast. So we got to do that. But the turnips are doing good, and I noticed this morning that the baby leaves are, of course, they still have their baby leaves, their first leaves, but the turnip leaves are starting to show up on some of them. So I'm ready for some greens. I'm a green girl. I love my collards. My collards are my favorite. So, and we got those. No, we didn't get those planted.
Not the collards yet.
No, not the collards. Yeah. Oh, it's time. We got to get that bed cleaned out and get it done. So, okay. Well, you know that I'm going to share some beautiful words with you. Don't ever forget that your Heavenly Father loves you. And we'll see you on the next video.
On the next video.
God bless.
Hey y'all,
Welcome back to the cabin. And today's video is about...
I have no idea. Hey y'all,
Welcome back to the cabin. And today's video is...
we're doing a walk around. Oh, wait a minute, hold it. Say that again. Boo, you say it.
All right.
All right, go ahead.
Hey y'all.
Welcome back to the camera. Wait a minute, what are we going to say? I am totally confused.
All we're going
here.
to say is this is the intro. So it's hey y'all, welcome back to the cabin. And today's video is about fall. All right, ready?
Hey y'all,
Welcome back to the cabin.
and today's video is about...
The camera. Welcome back to the camera.
I was looking at the sticker.
Okay.
Hey y'all,
Welcome back to the cabin.
and today's video is about...